welcome to something new that we're doing. My name is Robin Odita, and I am your Mary Kay Sales Director. And so, welcome to YouTube. We are now live on YouTube. Yes, we're live on YouTube. We're coming to you today to share some beauty tips. Things that can be popping and happening and trending. And so today we're going to talk about under eye coverage. And excuse me. And so what we're going to do is to share some tips with you of how you can handle under eye coverage. So before I get started with that, I want to share with you a video from Mary Kay that talks about under eye coverage, okay? And it's a really great educational video, but the only way you can see it is through your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. This is not a video that's out there for the public to share, so you only can watch it with me. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen and let's learn a little bit about under eye coverage, and then we're going to practice the tips that are mentioned in the video. So let's see here. Give me a moment. I'm just looking at my computer because now I'm just want to share my screen because I have something great that I want to share with you. So let's take it here. Let's take it to this video. Okay. And I'm going to open that up.
At Mary Kay, we love a flawless face. But when you're faced with a blemish, redness, or dark circles, sometimes foundation alone isn't enough. I'm Mary Kay celebrity makeup artist Virginia Lindsay, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to achieve a flawless look by using Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer and Under Eye Corrector. Okay, first let's talk about what concealer is. How is it different from foundation and why do we need it? The difference is in the formula of the products. Concealer contains a more concentrated amount of pigment than foundation. This means that you can apply concealer to a trouble spot and it will provide the coverage you need without becoming thick or cakey. Concealer can be used in several ways. It can be worn alone on the skin, or it can be worn over foundation to provide extra coverage in problem areas. And customers of any age, skin tone, or skin type can use concealer if needed. So let's play, shall we? My friend Andrea wants a quick fix for when she's out running errands on the weekend. She has a little redness to cover around the nose, forehead, and chin. Now, Perfecting Concealer comes in 6 shades from light ivory to deep bronze, and I think light beige is going to match her perfectly. So, when you open the tube, you'll notice it has a doe foot applicator. Use this to apply 2 or 3 dots of concealer directly on the skin to any of the areas you choose. See how the applicator helps place the product precisely where you need it? Now gently tap with your ring finger until the product blends into the surrounding area. You want to use a tapping motion and not a rubbing motion, which can actually remove the product. Allow the concealer to dry and ensure the edges are blended for a smooth, seamless finish. Here's a tip. Instead of your finger, you can also use the Cream Eye Color Concealer Brush for even more precision. A great benefit of the Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer is that the creamy, lightweight formula will never feel heavy or cakey, and it won't settle into fine lines. As a matter of fact, the formula uses a light diffusing technology to help blur the appearance of fine lines and optically correct imperfections. And since it's concentrated, a little goes a long way, just as you saw. Now, if you're looking for a little more coverage, you can apply Perfecting Concealer over your foundation in the areas that it need the most. Make sure you've applied liquid or cream foundation to create an even base over the whole face. Then apply dots of concealer over dark spots just where you need it, and tap in with your finger to blend. This incredible formula is blendable and buildable, so you can always add another layer if needed. One thing to remember, if you wear Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation, always apply concealer before your foundation because you wouldn't want to apply a powder before cream. That could get messy. Now you're thinking, what about these dark circles? How do I cover these? Great news, we're going to take care of those right now. If your skin tone is bronze or deep bronze, Perfecting Concealer works on the skin under your eyes to provide all the coverage you need. Hooray! But if your skin tone falls somewhere between light ivory and deep beige, this is when you'll want to reach for the under eye corrector for some extra help. Here's where we use a little bit of art and science You ready? In order to cancel out one color, you have to cover it with the opposite color on the color wheel. Since dark circles have blue tones, we want to find the color opposite blue on the wheel, which is orange or peach. So by putting the peach under eye corrector on the skin, it counteracts the blue dark circles. Apply the corrector in the same way you apply concealer, using 3 dots and gently blending. That looks great! Now we need to match the under eye area to the rest of your skin. You can layer Perfecting Concealer right on top in the color that best matches your skin tone. And there we go! Your face is perfectly blended and bright. And one extra benefit to remember, not only do Perfecting Concealer and Under Eye Corrector look great, they're also infused with antioxidants to help protect your skin from damaging free radicals. So now you've seen how wonderful these products look and feel, and learned how easy it is to apply them. Beautiful products, beautiful results. The benefits of maximum coverage with a light, fresh look and feel. What more could you ask for?
All right. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely awesome. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back. We're going to stop sharing our screen, and we're back to me. And so I'm going to share with you some of the tips that Mary Kay beauty educator shared in the video. And so what I'm going to do now, I already have concealer on because I've been out running around all day, and of course I have my face ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use our micellar water. I'm just going to remove the concealer and makeup I have around my eye, and then I'm going to show you how to do it using some of the tips that was mentioned in the video. So this is micellar water. This is great, especially for a day like today where I did a lot of errands and I sweat a lot, right? I was in and out of stores, running places. And so when I got home, I just felt like I needed to really clean my face. So this is a great way for a quick clean. Even in the morning, say you're running out on an errand, you really don't have time to go through the cleanse and the moisturizer and your normal 3 steps. You want to dash out the door. But this is great. Excuse me. This is great because it kills bacteria, it cleanses the face thoroughly, and it doesn't leave it dry or sticky. And the key to this is not to use too much. 2 wipes through works pretty good. 2 uses, I should say. You use the little pad, and these little terry cloth pads come with your micellar water as a free gift. You get 3 of these in a little pack, and they're nice and soft, and they're washable, which is really great. So you can reuse these pads over and over again. And it acts like a magnet to really attract all of makeup, impurities, bacteria. This is a great product. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it. I'm going to put a little bit on my pad. Okay, and then I'm going to just wipe away right around the eye area where I already have my concealer and makeup on, just so we can kind of get an idea of how this under eye corrector, and under eye problems come from various things. You see the makeup that it took off? It's hereditary in some cases. Also, in some cases, you're just not getting enough sleep, tired. That's important to have enough rest. And also sometimes people have allergies. And so if you have allergies, a good thing to use is maybe some Visine, some type of eye drops to help clear up your eyes, and also with the puffiness, the itchiness, things like that. That is a great over-the-counter use idea to use is eye drops. But most important to use, I'm going to pull out, is, of course, you always want to start with an eye cream, okay? That's really important. And so the eye cream of my favorite is the Volufarm eye cream. And this particular eye cream is for more mature skin. It's our Time-Wise Repair line. And I absolutely love this one because it has this steelhead tip, which is really great. And so what the steel tip does, it always stays cold and it helps depuff under the eyes. And so that's really important. You want a product that if you have under eye circles, bagginess, lines, or wrinkles, you want a product that can handle multiple facets of under eye problems or concerns. And this one does just that. Now we have several eye creams. And so what I would suggest is that you have a consultation with your Mary Kay Beauty consultant, and she will be able to help you decide what's the best eye cream for you, because not everybody deals with lines and wrinkles. We have some of the younger generation, but maybe they're dealing with puffiness. Maybe they're dealing with dark circles. So we have different eye creams. So it's important to include an eye cream in your skincare regimen. Okay, so that's the first step towards under eye circles or darkness. And so I'm going to use, since I removed my eye makeup, I'm going to now use my eye cream because I want to moisturize that area before I put any makeup on there, because it's important to moisturize so that your makeup can go on smooth and that it doesn't show up any lines or wrinkles. So I'm going to gently go ahead and put that on. And you only want to use eye cream made for, or I should say moisturizer made for the eye area, because that area is so thin. And the older you get, the less elasticity and collagen that you have. And so you need something to address that. And then what I also teach my clients is to pat, okay? Just pat the area, just pat it dry, pat the area, okay? Just pat it. All right, and that will help with the moisturization there. Now, the next thing I would suggest, but it wasn't mentioned in the video, normally after you cleanse, you moisturize, you put your eye cream on. The next thing I do to prep my skin, and whether you're wearing foundation or not, this is another great tip, is using foundation primer. Now this primer you can use with or without foundation, which is great. With or without foundation, you can use this. And so what it does, it primes the skin to be ready to accept any new product that you put on after that and give it staying power. So if you're using foundation, whether it's powder or whether it's a cream or whether it's a liquid, this primer works really, really well. And also what's great about this primer, it helps deflect any imperfections of the skin. It has these little special spears, or it has an ingredient in it that helps the skin just look more vibrant, and it shows less reflection of imperfections. So I would suggest you definitely prime your face with the primer. So I'm just going to do the eye area because I already have foundation on, but I already removed it from here. So I'm going to put a little primer on. And we do have an eye primer as well. You know, if I was putting on some eyeshadow, I would put the eye primer on. But in this case, we're just talking about the under eye area. So I'm just going to pat that on there, you know, so that it will really take well. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to cool off a little bit. I hope you guys are having a nice cool day and you're having an awesome day and things are going well for you. So the next thing I would do, she talked about two different under eye correctors. Now, the first one she talked about was the under eye corrector. Okay, the under eye corrector, and that only comes in one color, like a peach color, like an orangey peach, and that's really good for someone of ivory skin tone or beige skin tone. So, you know, usually Caucasian to Hispanic, light Hispanic. So it's usually for those two skin tones because it cancels out any of that purplish under eye that you get under. But for most dark beige to bronze or dark bronze, you can use our regular concealers that come in a variety of shades. And then again, you want to meet with your beauty consultant to choose the right shade. Now, what's important is that you want to choose a shade that's one shade lighter than your skin tone. one shade lighter. And the key to that is that you want to blend. You want to blend. You want to blend. That's so important so that you don't get that that shadowy look, or that look as though like a raccoon look, but it's just too bright. So you want to brighten the area, but at the same time you want to blend. And so I have my concealer here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to, just like she said, just dot it, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend. Sometimes I use and I'll show it here. She talked about a couple of tools that we have. You can use a beauty blotter if you like, or you can use a blending brush, okay? But in this case, I'm going to use my hands, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to blend, okay? And sometimes I like to do the top because I do have darkness even on my lids. So I like to just blend it in really good. Just blend, okay? And you see it's starting to fade because your fingers, the warmth from your hands. So you want to blend. You don't want to drag, you just want to blend it in and get those edges, right? And so what I like to do, let me get my brush. What I like to do is use my blending brush just to help blend some more, okay? To blend some more. And you don't want a lot, that's the thing. Like she said, it's buildable. So if you feel like you need a little bit more, then you can add a little bit more. But start off with just a few dots, and then you can add a little bit of a pinhead. And then one of the other things I do, I take my foundation and I follow up with a little bit foundation to blend it in, but I don't use much. See, I just use a little bit. And I use that to go on top if I feel like it's too shadowy or I need to blend a little bit more. And that's okay. And the key is that you want to blend those edges so you can't see where they stop and begin. Now, isn't that great? So now I'm all blended in. I'm all blended. See how easy that is. So the key is meeting with your beauty consultant, figuring out what's the right concealer, the shade to use, and just go one shade up, just one shade up. So if you're a deep bronze, then you might want to go to bronze. And if you're a bronze, you might want to go to light bronze or then into beige. So it's really up to you. And you may have to change it depending on the time of the year, right? So if you're in the summertime and you're tan, then you might want to use a different shade of concealer. And then in the wintertime, when you're not out in the sun as much, you might want to use a different color, right? So that's my beauty tip for you today, how to use a concealer. I hope you enjoyed these tips, and that if you need any additional information, please contact your beauty consultant, or if you're one of my clients, give me a shout out and I'll help you pick out the right concealer. You guys have an awesome day. You take care. I'm going to post this on YouTube because it was supposed to go live stream both times, but it looks like that's not exactly what happened. Technical difficulty, things like that happen, but that's okay. I'm going to post it anyway on the page. So if you missed it or you want to share the link with somebody or review what we just talked about, feel free to do that. So take care. Have a great day. This is Robin Odita, your Mary Kay Independent Sales Director. Take care. Bye-bye.